Hello and welcome back to another Arkham horror live stream. Today we are taking on a scenario that is called the Where Doom
Oh,
Awaits. I forgot to write that up or look
Nuka
that up.
just jumped
Hey Nuka, how's it going?
onto the desk. Hey, come on. Come on.
I'm here with
You
two
really
very
can't be
special
doing this
guests,
right now.
two very special guests, Nuka and Professor Meg. How are you doing?
Here she is. We're doing great. Nuka has
Yes.
been in my lap like since it's gotten cold,
Oh
and
no,
she's
yeah.
just so mad right now that she doesn't have room up here. Hey.
It's starring Arkham Cat of Doom. V Snow. The cat is ready for some horror, a little Arkham horror to get ready for the weekend. That is exactly right. I hope everyone's doing fantastic today.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Happy New Year. Happy
yeah,
2023, guys.
yeah. It is January 6th. January 6th
Yeah,
already. That's crazy. That's insane.
I
It feels like
believe
it.
it.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh wow.
It's not cool.
It is not cool. It's oh actually where you are, it's very cool. I hear right.
Yeah, it is a little cool.
Which is
I'm
the
glad I see you shuffling. I forgot to shuffle.
Yeah, which is the opposite of the last time we streamed, right? Like you were warm and it was snowing like crazy here.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, you guys had like at least here it's not that cold. It's my computer isn't showing me the temperature right now. It says heavy sleep.
Hmm.
Um it's
That's
41 here, so it's not even under 32, but it is snowing.
it's 37 here. Huh.
How does that happen?
I don't know,
How does it snow at 41?
but heavy sleet are not words that I like to read or
Yeah,
hear.
no.
Beast
No.
Snow, this is your last day of work for a while. Nice. Is that because it is Friday or a while being more extended than just Saturday, Sunday? Either way,
Maybe Monday.
that'd be nice. Sweet. Alrighty. Okay, so we got what I like to call rolled on last scenario.
Yeah.
It was not pretty. We let
We
five
were
of those.
blindsided.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It was bad. We both took a trauma. I took a mental trauma and you took a physical trauma.
Yes, sir.
And we let five of those crazy things out into the wild, which is probably not what we wanted to be doing. We got
I'm sure
zero.
there are no consequences.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Probably it's probably fine. Probably fine. Ah, taking PTO on Monday and T Snow is getting induced for the baby on Tuesday. Congratulations! That's so happy. I'm so
Oh,
happy for y'all. Oh my goodness!
little
Yay!
baby.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations, B Snow and T Snow. Oh my goodness! So yeah, we also did not get any experience. I am still floating a resource. I did
Mhm.
not make any changes to my deck though. I'm hoping that we get a little bit more experience this time or this game around, and that gets me rolling into something else. And I don't think you had any experience to mess with.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nelson. I'm getting distracted because they're saying snow and a baby, and I'm like a little snowflake.
Yes.
um, yeah, I have no experience currently. This leads me to a question, Nelson, because I've never played through a whole scenario or a whole campaign of
Yeah.
Arkham.
Yeah.
Wh- when we go to play again, we would play new characters, or even if we play these ones, we would start at the beginning again, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I mean technically there's nothing stopping you from playing into new or like keeping these characters and with the upgrades it's just gonna be really really easy rolling through it.
Right,
I
right.
think yeah, the campaigns are set up that you start with zero experience into the first scenario.
Mhm, mhm.
Cool. Sorry about breaking character. Last time on Arkham. Hey Maddie, how's it going? Uh, but oh my goodness, yeah, mm, yeah, I've been playing a good amount of games. I had a lot of people over, and we got to play a couple of games. I played Arc Nova on TTS yesterday, and that was
Ooh.
yeah, it was a pretty good mod. I thought the Arc Nova mod was pretty good. I mean, anything on TTS takes twice as long, and so
Yeah.
that's pretty tough. But have you been playing anything recently?
I played Lost Ruins of Arnak on BGA,
Nice,
and that worked pretty well.
nice,
I was
yeah,
pretty happy with how it worked. It was a little confusing figuring out like where to click things and how it works, but then as soon as you knew like what things were what, it worked pretty well.
nice.
The only thing about it is that it doesn't have the leaders expansion in it.
Mm, that expansion is
Mhm.
so good. I
Yeah.
like. I may have talked about it on stream already before, but Ark Nova is such a widespread game. There's so much to do in Ark Nova, and similar to the leaders expansion for Seven Wonders, the leaders give you a path forward, which I think helps newer players. So like if I'm bringing the game to new players, I play with the expansion now, just because
Yeah.
it kind of like
Yeah.
focuses someone, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna be the exploring person. Let's do that.
Mhm.
And so I was really impressed with that expansion.
Yeah, I like it a lot, and for someone like me, like, I needed that extra thing,
Yeah,
because I think that's what kinda brings it, like, to Dune Imperium level where you have, like, your signet ability, it kinda, like, brings you up to that level.
still have not played Dune Imperium.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You
No,
said
then
we you
why?
said we were gonna play at the lake or at the Cape, and we never did.
I'm gonna virtually somehow
I think it's on
do
BGA.
this.
I think it's on BGA.
Really? If
I
it
don't
is,
know.
we'll play, we will surely play. I
Cool.
can't I'm shooketh. It's so good. I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy it, send it to you so you can have it, like, it's worth having.
Nice. Yeah, no, I it just we played it at Dalton's bachelor party, or like it was played at Dalton's bachelor party. We went to a game store, and for those who don't know, Dalton's the co-host of the podcast that I'm on. But it was quickly filled up, and so I played Castle Between Two Castles instead. So
Aw.
yeah.
Yeah, and I've been playing a lot of, Friday, which is a solo game. I played it so much I
Oh
put it away
yes,
on the shelf. I was
yes.
like, "I'm not gonna play it again now."
That's the one with the two sided cards, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Okay.
where you're,
Oh,
like, trying to fight and overcome stuff, and then if you do, you get to add it to your deck.
cool. Nice. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I enjoyed it, but it is a solo game where it is just cards, so it's easy to reset and play through that I wanna say I played it, like, 5 times, and then I was like, "Okay, I need to move on and learn a new one because
Nice.
too much."
Nice. Yeah. Oh, very fun. Yeah, I one of the solo games that I picked up at um PAX. Wow. That was a word I couldn't figure out. Was Food Chain Island, which is from Button Shy Games, the ones where they do like the wallet size games. But it's
Mhm.
a solo game. I have not played it. My wife has, and she really liked it. Thought it was really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
seems
the
like
only one
that.
I've played of them is Spells of Sunlit,
Yeah,
if
that
that's
game
what
is
it's
so
called.
good. That game is so good.
It was fine.
Yeah, well, okay. So for what it is so good. For
Yeah,
a 7-minute game that fits in your pocket, there's a lot of decisions there, I think. I
that's
mean, like
fair,
you
that's
can't
fair.
compare it to a Dune Imperium or like a Lost Ruins of Arnak because, that actually takes up space on your shelf. Like this is
Yeah.
um this is one that kind of fits in. I really enjoyed Sprawlopolis, which was that game, but it's a cooperative and you're building a city, which I thought that was pretty cool.
Hmm.
But anyways,
Is that one another button check?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, the only one I've played is the Skulls one, but I should play more of theirs. Everyone
yeah,
talks about it.
yeah. They're impressive for their footprint.
So many games.
So many games, all of the games. Awesome. Alrighty, so we are here for Arkham Horror. Um, I have the last time on the Dunwich Legacy from Maddie, and so we are going
Ooh.
to read through that, and then we're going to dive into the scenario.
Thank you, Maddie.
Yeah. So last time on the Dunwich Legacy, Charlie Kane looking over manuscripts. So from all these cryptic writings and gibberish, it seems like there is a name behind all this madness. Seth Bishop. All of this crazy monsters, the kidnapping of the professors, that's all his doing. A villager bursts through the door, a crowd building up behind him. Villager, it's back! Pan over to his destroyed home. We smashed up and smashed the bishop's home like it was made of paper. Other villagers start to chime in panic. Mark, then the village isn't safe anymore. Get your family, grab whatever you can, and prepare to make a run for it. Shot of an invisible creature with only its bare outlines visible to the naked eye. Henry Armitage, there's a way to fight these monsters like last time, but I don't have the notes for the formula, so we need to get it from the we need to get them from the next best thing. A white shot of Mark, Charlie, and assorted allies walking to the Watley ruins. Then they then stop where they hear shrill monster noises in multiple directions. Charlie, you mean there's more than one of those things? Shouted Francis Morgan and Armitage going over some ancient tomes, writing something down. Francis Morgan, to banish these monsters back to where they're from, we need to recite this. Eyes powder on Mark. Tossing that on the broods also helps. Everyone hears monstrous footsteps, each getting louder and louder. Mark, huh? No time like the present. Part of the ruins get ripped further apart. Charlie's posse scatters from the monsters shrieking, stomping around. Charlie, oh crap, there's no getting out of here. Fade to black. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was it was a bad. It was bad last time. It was bad.
Yeah,
Uh
we
but
did not do good.
but usually but usually when we do bad, we come back with a roaring comeback in the next scenario. So I'm hoping that we can do that this time with Where Doom Awaits. Hi Nuka.
It's scaring me. She jumped inside of like the briefcase that holds all the cards. I'm like, what are you doing? What are we doing?
My cats will one of my cats likes to chase the other cat, and he is not allowed on tables, but she is, and they actually follow those rules, which is pretty impressive. But if
That's hilarious.
right, and there's only 2 tables she's allowed on, and
Oh, okay.
this is one of the tables, and then there's a table downstairs, and so if she can get to it, it's like base and tag. If she can get there, she's safe, and so she'll come in and screaming and like jump onto this table and like stuff will go everywhere. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And that's why I stream with my door closed.
I'm surprised you allow her on that table.
Yeah, it was a fight I wasn't willing to put up with. She is stronger and better than me. So George, oh no, you're late. Hello friends. Hope you all are doing well. We are doing fantastic. You are
We have not started yet.
Yeah, we haven't.
You haven't
started
missed
yet.
anything.
Except for the prelude from Maddie.
Mm-hmm. Which
Okay.
honestly is always a banger. So
Yes. Incredible stuff. Alrighty. You want to read us? I think that's all we had to do. You want to read our intro?
yes. Scenario 6, where doom awaits. You awaken to the sound of screeching. Fearing the worst, you grab your equipment and head out into the streets of Dunwich. As soon as you step outside, you sense a foulness in the cold night air, an awful, pungent smell that can scarcely be described and a heaviness to the atmosphere that makes it difficult to breathe. The citizens of Dunwich have sealed their doors, and the town feels quiet and lonesome. In the distance, a faint glow emanates from the hilltop above the village. You know this hill from both your interactions with Zebulon and Armitage's records. It is called Sentinel Hill. The tales speak of a satanic rites that are being performed here, rites in which great ritual pyres light up the night sky while the ground rumbles furiously below. Flocks of whippoorwills perch on the rooftops in the village around you, watching ominously as you climb inside Zebulon's old beat-up truck. As you drive towards Silent Hill, more screeching fills the sky, and an awful pitch that is painful to your ears. Everything you have read about and experienced in Dunwich has led to this. If the foul ritual Seth seeks to perform has anything to do with what Armitage and his colleagues prevented several months back, it involves the favor of an ancient creature, Yog-Sothoth. Failing to stop the ritual may spell doom, not only for Dunwich, but for the entire world. Alright. And then we're on to setup. Now, Nelson, do
Yeah.
you know for our acts? It's a specific one for
Yeah.
2?
Yeah. So we're on Act 2, Version 2, Ascending the Hill, because we put Silas Bishop out of his. No, we're on the Version 2.
Okay.
Investigators failed to recover the Necronomicon, so we're on Act 2.
But we'll start at 1, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Cool.
Yep. So
Lovely.
so we gathered all the cards. We put base of the hill. We have already taken some diverging paths that we will figure out as we get to them in the scenario, as well as the altered path. Seth Bishop is outside out of play. We added a -5 token to our chaos bag, which is
Yes.
oof. And
Which
then,
actually, Nelson, I kind of skipped some flavor text if we want more flavor.
so
I went on to part 1. I didn't read the right side, basically.
so I don't think Naomi does not have our back, and so we skipped.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So you're good. You're good.
Naomi does not have our back.
No, she thought about it and then pieced out because she was. It looks like they're about to ban the word friend, so she is not our friend. I'm just gonna say it before they ban it.
Oh no, you guys.
um, Okay, so we did put Silas Bishop out of his misery, so we have to add a conglomeration of spheres to the ascending path. So that's also
Ooh.
here. And then it looks like we are ready to go. Let's read our act and agenda. Um, I'll read the agenda. So calling forth the old ones. This is a 12. So there's a lot of doom threshold here.
Yeah, but I feel like that means something really bad
Yeah,
happens.
probably. It's probably not great.
Like, what 12 do to activate something awful?
Right? Calling forth the old ones. So as you approach Sentinel Hill, you hear the ancient Latin rites bellowed across the night. The time for action has come. If you cannot stop the sorcerers in Dunwich, who knows what terrors they might unleash upon the world? Then the path to the hill. Act 1A. A vibrant arcane energy fills the air with a bone rattling chill. The energy swirls alongside the crust trail before you and seeps down several other paths before disappearing. When the investigators have collected the requisite number of clues, they must immediately spin them to advance, and that's 2. So we are starting at the base of the hill, which has 0 clues, um, 3 shroud, and is connected to each copy of Diverging Path. As an action, we can investigate. If you succeed, instead of discovering clues, put a random set aside Diverging Path into play, limit once per round. And then we can resign as well. The ascending path, the path leading further up the hill is masked. You cannot move into ascending path. So even though these two are connected right now, technically from their icons, we cannot move into it. We have to investigate to find some diverging paths and hopefully figure it out from there.
Interesting.
Yeah. Ooh.
And Nelson, for
Yo,
our agenda, I mean for the act, is
mhm.
it 2 clue tokens or 4?
It's 4, 2 per
Okay,
investigator.
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
That was me making sure.
Yep.
Okay. I believe I shuffled, but I'm just gonna do a quick little. Everyone saw me do it, but that was 5 minutes ago now, so.
I got 2 copies of bandages and a Bonnie. Let's go.
Bonnie! If only Leo DeLuca. He's the one.
Yeah.
He's our man.
I'm thinking of dropping one of these copies of bandage. Oh wait, I need to draw it from amnesia. I have 2 copies of guts. I feel like I always draw guts. I feel like guts is guaranteed. 2 copies are guaranteed to be my opening hand. I did get Bonnie though, so that's really good. So also one thing that we need to think about is this ascending path. We cannot move to it, but this conglomeration of spheres will move to us. So
Right.
after our first turn, if we're not out of there, and the ascending or the diverging paths may be connected to the ascending path. So we may be needing to deal with this guy who is a 1 fight 6 health, um, and a 1/1. And after you perform an attack against conglomeration of spheres using a melee card, discard that card. So all of your machete does not bode well for us there.
So I do have my Colt, but
So that's not a
that's
melee.
not range.
Is it not?
Well, it doesn't say the word range. I don't know how you know. It says item, weapon, firearm. Does firearm mean
I
ranged?
I think so. I think on your machete, it will actually say melee.
Oh, you're right. I think it does.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
So
Well, hey, I drew my gun,
there you go. Nice, nice.
which is uh very opportune, I think.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so
Okay.
I mulliganed into a flashlight and a chance encounter. Colt is a firearm. It would be swallowed by. It won't be swallowed by the conglomeration of spheres, unlike some weapons.
Nice.
Cool, nice. Thank you, Maddie.
Beautiful. Then I'm ready. That was so serendipitous. Okay. I'm gonna keep Moment of Respite and my Colt, and I'm gonna get rid of Elusive if it bleeds and let me handle this. Just because I mean, I don't know. Should I hold on to let me handle this?
um, not necessary.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
Chaos. All right, we got Brother Xavier, Dynamite
Okay.
Blast, my favorite,
Yes.
and Shortcut.
Okay.
So that
Okay.
was better. We traded Shortcut for Elusive. Absolutely worth it.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I feel like we should probably investigate some of this stuff and get out of the base of the hill. Because
Yes.
so this conglomeration of spheres preys on the lowest willpower, the lowest brain, which is me. And so if it moves and engages, it's going to attack me.
Is it your stat or is it what's left?
Your stat, you're the lowest brain, which
Oh,
I get.
oh, 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 oh.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
so
gotcha.
the
Yeah, yeah.
first stat on the card. So
You
um,
say brain, and I think you mean
yeah,
mine or head because the actual brain is your sanity.
yeah. No, I like looked down at my tokens. I was like, wait, that's a brain too. That doesn't work. Oh my
I'm
goodness.
just teasing you, Nelson.
Oh, I know. I think so. What I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm going to get Bonnie and bandages down. Having bandages on the table to help support you and healing that damage back, I think, is probably um, a good call. And
Hmm.
then I can then investigate for 4 to 3, which is not great actually. Um, the other option is I could get a flashlight down, and then I can investigate 4 to 1.
I think the flashlight's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just
Oh,
go
and
ahead
turn one flashlight, pretty basic.
and I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna spend 3 to get Bonnie onto the field, and I'm gonna spend 2 to get Flashlight onto the field. Flashlight comes in with 3 charges. And we will go ahead and spend my last action to Flashlight 1, exhaust Bonnie. So I'm going 4 to 1 on this base of the hill, and we're gonna get a
Okay.
diverging path if we succeed. Yep. Come on.
Okay.
No whammies.
+1.
Let's go.
Beautiful.
Game
It
is.
wasn't even hard.
And we did remove 1 copy at random of Diverging Path, and so our we'll do it. We'll do it the good old fashioned way. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 5, and this is connected. It's at least connected one way. So
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's connected other way as well. I assume it is, but we'll see.
Okay.
And that's all from me.
Do you want me to not leave you?
I cannot take care of this guy by myself.
Yeah.
He has a lot of health. That's the problem. What I'm hoping is that the diverging path. I could have. He has a 4 evade. Um, I don't know what to
So
do.
with with the gun, I do +1 damage.
Okay,
So I was thinking like I would play the gun this turn and then
you do
like
+1
hopefully
damage or +1 to your fight power.
damage.
Nice. Yeah.
They're bleeding. It doesn't add anything to the fight, and it has 6 ammo, and it says spend 1 ammo to fight, add +1 damage for the attack. So it'll keep costing me ammo, but
Okay,
I don't mind.
but and not adding in anything to the fight is not the worst thing in
Yeah.
the world because he only has a 1, right? So you can handle that.
And I have Sophie that like
Yeah.
if I'm worried, I can add at least once. Okay, so I will play the cult for 3,
Nice.
and then I will mm, okay, so guys, I always do this moment of respite. I bought this card forever ago when I took the horror damage, and I always wait because it's heal 3 or horror, draw 1 card, but
Mm-hmm.
there has to be no enemies on my spot. I always wait until I have 3 horror, and then I usually have 4.
And then
So I
all the
think I'm just
enemies are
gonna
around you.
right, so I think I'm just gonna go crazy and play it early. So I will gain a resource to then spend 3 to play Moment of Respite and
Nice.
heal my sanity back and draw a card. Alright?
Nice. Love it.
Oh, and I'll put my ammo on the gun.
Sweet. Okay, so now we're moving into the enemy phase. So the conglomeration of spheres is going to move to our location and engage me because I have the lowest brain. And then he's going to attack for a 1-1. We're going to throw this on Miss Bonnie. No, actually we're not. We're going to take this. The
You
reason
know,
I'm
Nelson,
Yeah, what's up?
I could have shortcutted you up to the thing because it doesn't have to be a revealed location.
Huh.
It's a fast action. I still technically could have done it and been alone up here.
So, I think I'm okay with this
Okay.
mainly because I'm not sure if ascending path is connected to the diverging path, and I'd
Right.
rather take the sure thing and not be alone.
Okay.
If
Okay.
that makes sense, right? Like
Yes.
so so the reason I'm taking the damage rather than adding it to Bonnie is I need my my treachery card deals 1 damage to everyone, and I don't all of my allies, and I don't want to lose Bonnie right off the bat. And so
Yeah.
I'm making a calculated risk here.
Oh, you know what, Nelson?
What's up?
I'm just gonna do it now while you do this. I shuffled my charisma card into my deck. I'm just gonna like take it out now and then
Yep.
reshuffle what's there.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw yours on the table. I was like, wait a second. It's new for me. Okay.
Okay. So now we're in refresh phase. So we unexhaust everybody. We draw a card. Oh, Jeremiah Kirby. Let's go. And get a resource. I don't have any money to play Jeremiah, but it will be nice once I do. Cool.
All right. I got emergency cash.
Oh, nice.
So I got the resource
Nice.
generation.
Nice. So 1 Doom on the current agenda. Your encounter card is Ancient Evils. Place 1 Doom on the current agenda. My least favorite card in
Ooh,
the game. And my
gross.
encounter card is Beyond the Veiled. So this surges. Put Beyond the Veil into play in my threat area. If your deck has no cards in it, take 10 damage and discard Beyond the Veil.
Okay.
That surges into spaces between. Flip each non-Sentinel Hill location in play to its unrevealed side, removing all clues from it. Each investigator and enemy at a location flipped this way may immediately move to the nearest Sentinel Hill location. Place. Okay. So, what are Sentinel Hill locations? I think it's.
I think like base of the hill says under location it says Dunwich Sentinel Hill.
Yeah.
I think they all are actually.
Okay,
Besides the dirt.
so base of the hill flips. And then we move to the nearest Sentinel Hill location. I assume
It's
that means
weird.
that we stay where we're at. We don't go to ascending path. That feels wrong.
Yeah. I feel like that's a really weird card. I think it expects you not to be at the base of the hill when it happens.
Probably.
It's odd. But yeah, I agree. I think we would stay down there.
Yeah.
Unless
Chat.
the only thing I would think too is maybe it won't flip if it's the one that investigators are on.
Well, so what it says is each investigator and enemy at a location flip this way immediately moves to the nearest Sentinel Hill location. And I think
Huh.
nearest is 0 distance at this time.
Yeah.
But you do shuffle them all up, so you don't necessarily know which they are. But like I'm just like looking at the ones that we set aside. These are not Sentinel Hill locations either. Like the
Right.
only Sentinel Hill locations are basically the Hill Ascending Path and Sentinel Peak.
Weird.
Yeah, so I think nothing happens. Shuffle each non-Sentinel Hill location. Got it. Okay, so we're shuffling that
Oh.
non. And then it
But we
says,
still move to a Sentinel Hill one.
yeah, no. I flip
Oh,
each
we're gonna move there?
non-Sentinel Hill location. I just misread the card. It's you flip
Oh,
each
I see.
non-Sentinel Hill, and then each investigator at that moves to a Sentinel Hill location, and then so
That
it's
makes
like
sense.
start. Yeah, okay. So that's a
Way more
fine.
sense.
Yeah. Turns out if I read the cards, it works. Okay. So into the investigator phase, and are you helping me with this conglomeration of spheres, dude?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you want to try to get away from him because
I don't think I can. Like I would
okay.
be able to go 4 to 4. And I don't think that's probably not
Oh,
worth it.
actually, because I don't want to shoot him and shoot you by accident. But I could use shortcut still to move you away. But then I won't be able to follow that turn.
Um, hmm. So I don't think you're gonna miss, right? There's a good chance you won't miss, I guess.
Nelson. That's so much faith in me. I don't think you're gonna miss. I think it's fine. I think you should just go for it.
It's probably okay. Or you can spend the action to engage and then shoot twice, and then you would take 1-1 and then kill him next turn. Or we can roll the dice. You can shoot at him 3 times and kill him. And so I think I'm okay either way. That monster is just there to eat turns. One fight is about as easy as a check as you'll find. That 6 health is chunky though. It is.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
am doing 2 damage, which is nice. Alright, we can just try it, Nelson, but I'm afraid for you.
Well, if you hit me once, let's reevaluate. How about that?
If you hit me once.
Charlie just takes a bullet to the shoulder. Like, what the hell, Mark? What are you doing?
Alright, so he's a 1.
Yeah, so where are you at?
I'm a 5. And I think I'm just gonna do straight checks until the last one. And add Sophie then.
Cool.
Because either way, it's only 1, like, whenever I add it, so.
And you're using your revolver?
The Colt. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
We are
Yeah.
shooting him. So, -1.
Okay,
So
2
2
damage.
damage. Remove a
Charlie's
charge.
like, what the heck are you doing? There's a bullet.
It's that thing where he's like pointing right at him and he thinks he's gonna shoot him, but then shoots the thing behind him. Grazes his cheek a little bit. One more time. Uh-oh. -X. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck. X equals the total printed cost of the discarded cards.
Uh-oh.
Okay, the home front, which sucks to discard, but there's no cost to it.
Yeah.
And Zebulon, so -3. So we do get it, but gosh, that stinks.
So, but
Rude.
I do have a chance encounter. What is so Zebulon's is he the one that gives you +1 brain, or is he?
Yeah. But I also have Xavier in my hand, and he also gives me +1 brain.
Yeah, well, chance encounter lets me grab something, and so I'm wondering
Oh,
if that's
yeah.
a target. I'm wondering if that's a target for me.
He's also a 4 sanity for you to take a lot of horror on him.
That's intriguing. I like that.
And he says after you succeed a brain test on a treachery card, exhaust him to draw a card. I mean, that's not crazy.
Okay.
Okay, so that's still only -3 though. So I hit again for 2 more damage.
Let's go.
And now for fun, we'll use Sophie. Because I want to draw a card, honestly.
Nice.
Okay, we got emergency aid. Yeah, we'll do it one more time.
Let's do it.
And now I'm a 7.
Let's go.
I got the -5. Is that not nuts? Is that not crazy? That this was the time I did the +2.
Yikes.
How does scheming work like this? I don't understand.
That's awesome.
Holy moly, you guys.
Oh, jeez.
I'm clairvoyant. That's all I know. And I just killed this thing like a boss.
That was epic. That was epic. Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Yeah.
so that was the 3 actions. Do we want to? I'm wondering if shortcut can be saved for like a better or a different use, or do we want to have you shortcut up to diverging path?
Oh, and have me go up.
Yeah, and then I can follow, or
That's
we can
fair.
just kind of hang out. I can set up a little bit and get more diverging paths out there. I'm assuming that we're kind of like on the hunt for something. Honestly, I do not remember the scenario at all. So like when I when I say I don't know what we're doing, I am not lying to you. I actually have no idea what we're doing. So
I say it's up to you, but that's not a bad idea to move me up now. I'm not against that.
okay, let's try it.
All right. So I will shortcut up there.
Shortcut up. So this is connected back down. This says after you reveal slaughtered woods, take 2 horror if you have no actions remaining. That sucks.
Okay, that happens to me right away, right?
Not good. Not good. Okay.
Thanks a lot, Nelson.
Yeah, my bad.
Like, I don't remember this at all. Oh, that's so funny. Okay.
Maddie, so 3 ammo expended on the spheres. The Colt has 2 left, or I thought it had 6 ammo, right? The Colt has 6 ammo starting.
Yeah, it says 6 ammo to start.
Cool.
It's the 32 Colt. I don't
Nice.
know if there's others.
That was horrendous. That was horrible. That was a horrible pull for us.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yikes.
but I did the +2 when I got the -5, so I don't mind.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
take
true.
it. We'll trade one for the other.
So you're sitting at 3 sanity right now, remaining.
Yep. But I have healing like next turn. So if
Oh,
I
cool. Okay.
yeah, I have emergency cash where I can get 3 resources, and then I have emergency aid that I can heal to.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Oh no, that one's only damage. Just kidding. But I do have Brother Xavier that I'll be able to put him into play, and he can take up to 3 sanity damage
Cool.
for me.
Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna gain a resource for my first action, move to you for my second action, and then I am going to investigate for my third action. I'm gonna okay, so I'm at that's at 2. If I go Bonnie, I'm at 3, 4 to 2.
Oh, Bonnie.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go 4 to 2 just because the flashlight I feel like can is better used on something that's not a 2 shroud.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
No pressure.
0.
Let's go. That's one clue.
Wow.
That's my turn.
Wow. We're
Yay.
doing great.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Okay,
And the thing is
so
dead.
and the thing is dead. So no enemy phase. So we move into unexhaust and get money.
And
Well,
I got
flash
first aid. No go.
flashlight makes 2 shroud locations, 0 shroud, so you pass any token unless you pull the auto fail. So that yeah, that's
Well,
I forget about that. And I just
that is
drew a
fair.
look what I found. And so that's gonna help us get some clues later. What is your Zebulon? The ally in your discard pile?
Mhm.
The what's his what are his icons on there?
A brain one and then a question mark.
Okay.
A wild.
The wild is really intriguing to me. So
He's pretty
I'm
good.
yeah, he seems pretty solid. Okay. So we're at the top of the round. So one doom, we're at 3 out of 12. Your
Not
encounter
bad.
card is oh my gosh, another ancient evil. So we're at 4 out of 12. There's only 3 of those, so at least that's there.
I
We're
mean, it's
testing
not good that Doom is building, but I kind of like that nothing's happening to me.
yeah. So we're testing brain 3. For each point you fail by, take 1 horror.
This is
Yikes.
for you.
Yes, this is for me. So I'm gonna go ahead. I am going to exhaust Bonnie here. So and then I'm gonna commit a guts. And so I'm 2, 4, 6 to 3.
Okay. -4. Do you
Yeah.
have the thing where you can
No, I
pass it
don't.
anyway?
I don't. Okay, so I take 1
I
horror.
mean,
Bummer. Okay. Yikes.
not great.
Not great.
There's not even things for me to kill because I have that card that if I kill something, we can heal the horror value,
Yeah.
and we both have horror damage now. But
Okay. So it's our turn. What are we doing with our lives? I think well once we get this clue, we're done. We're done here. I would not mind getting Zebulon out. I'm
yeah,
also actually, you know what? I'm probably more interested right now in taking the resource and playing Jeremiah Kirby, who draws me cards, just to see if I can draw into like an emergency cache or something, which then can get me into. Um,
hmm
and yeah, so I think I'm gonna do that. So I think I'm gonna get a resource, use Jeremiah Kirby or play Jeremiah Kirby, and then either move or figure out what to do with this last clue. What are you looking at on your turn?
I don't know. I have the emergency cash, so I'll do that to gain resources, and then like to fix my horror problem, I can either play first aid or Brother Xavier. which like one is way more expensive than the other. So I think I should probably just play first aid and use that for now. Um, Although he
Brothers,
does give me +1 brain.
yeah, I think we're probably at the point in the game, early enough in the game, where building up to Brother Xavier feels like a good call. How far
Better.
away are you from playing him?
I could play him this turn.
That may be worth it, I think, just
Yeah.
to have another ally on the field. Just to
And then after that, I have a third action, but like I don't have anything in particular to do, so I could just gain a resource.
cool. What's your investigate?
Two. It could be 4 with Sophie though.
Nah, yeah, just get a resource or something.
Yeah. Because with Sophie, I have to take direct damage too, so I have to take it. And I'm
Yeah,
already at 3, and I can only go up to 4 with her. So,
cool.
okay. So I will emergency cash up to 5, and then I'll gain another one to be at 6, and then pay 5 to put him into play.
Nice.
Brother Xavier. And
Is this
that's
the
that.
first time we've seen him on the table?
Yes, and he was like one of the first things I bought.
Nice.
He's here to help. He's a brother, which I assume that means like a religious type of brother, but he has a gun. So he's a fun guy.
Nice. So I'm gonna gain a resource, spend 4 resources to play Jeremiah Kirby. When Jeremiah Kirby enters play, I can choose even or odd. I'm gonna choose even. I reveal the top 5 and draw each one that is that. So there's Leo. Here's my burden
Oh,
of leadership.
Leo!
Wow. So I only hit one of them, but that's fine because we got
And hey, you're
Leo.
shuffling in your treachery, which is great.
Yeah. Hopefully deep into the deck.
Yes. Back to the bottom you go.
Yes. And so we got Leo, and we got a long time before we can get to Leo. But that was 2 actions. We are going to go ahead and investigate with a flashlight. So I'm going to go 2 to 0 with the
Okay.
flashlight. So anything but the autofail does succeed here.
We got the -5 though, which is also crazy.
Let's
This
go.
one's new.
Yeah, I don't like that one. That one's a
Why
bad
is it
one.
showing up so much?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ugh.
Okay,
Okay, so
so
you have 2 clue tokens, right?
I do. So we're
Okay.
looking for 2 more. So probably make our way back to the base of hill and see what else we can get
Mhm. Mhm.
revealed.
All right.
There are no monsters, so we will unexhaust.
Yay.
You will draw a card. Alyssa Graham, how you doing? And
Ooh,
then
I got
1
my Elder
resource.
Sign amulet.
Oh, nice.
So pretty.
You have so much sanity buffered now.
I know. I got my jewelry.
Okay. So we're at the top of the round. So 1 doom, your encounter card is Visions of Future Past. Test Brain 5. For each point you fail by, discard the
Mm.
top card of your deck.
All right, my brain is a 4 anyway. So I think I'm gonna Sophie.
Go to 6.
Draw a card. Okay, I got elusive. So I am at 3, 4, 5, 6. The 4, right?
Yep. Or you're testing against 5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I got that 0.
Let's go. Let's go. Nice. My
How?
ah. And then we got the Devotee of the Key. So this spawns at the base of the hill. At the end of
Okay.
the enemy phase, Devotee of the Key moves once towards Sentinel Peak. If Devotee of the Key is already at Sentinel Peak, discard it and add 2 Doom to the current agenda. It has 3 health. It's a fight 3 and a 3 evade.
Mm.
So we should kill that guy.
Oh, I'm thinking because it's already past their phase and we're in like the encounter phase. I was thinking at the end of this phase it would move up, but it's not until it comes back around, right?
Yeah. So we
Okay.
each have turns before he moves. But if he
Beautiful. I got this.
moves, we don't have any way to catch him. because we
I
can't
will
move to
shoot
where he's going.
him.
Cool. Let you go first, just so if you draw the autofill or something, I can react to it.
Okay. What is its horror value?
1.
Okay. Just because I have that card where I can heal that as well, but that's not like the most useful. I mean, it's not bad. I might as well do it. I don't know. I'm not sure. What am I saying? So, and it's 3 health, so I would have to move attack attack. What is its the difficulty for fighting it?
3. It's a
3.
3/3/3.
Okay. Because I can't use Sophie. If I do, she'll flip.
Ah,
That's fine. I could just attempt to shoot it twice, and it is what it is. I think that's the best bet.
yeah.
So I will move down, and then I will shoot this thing. Could I just straight up commit cards? Is that something I want to do? Not really. No. Yeah. Okay. 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 Let's see. So I'm at a 5. We drew the cultist one. Reveal another token. Cancel the effects on the icons of each skill card committed to this test. Well, great, because I didn't commit any.
Let's go.
-1.
Okay.
And he's a 4?
He's
Or
a
3?
3. He's a 3.
Beautiful. So we do 2 damage,
Nice.
and then I'll attempt to shoot him one more time.
He only has 1 life left. Do you want to? I don't think you need to use the cold,
Oh,
right?
that's fair. That's fair, because it doesn't add anything to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. I will straight up punch him in the face now.
Yeah. Let's go.
You know what, Nelson? For theme, we're gonna say I'm still using the gun, but I'm,
Just
like, hitting him with it.
yes.
I'm not
Yes.
using ammo.
The precious ammo.
+1!
Let's go. Nice.
+1 for aggression.
That's all. Yeah. Yeah. That's the DM just gave you advantage on that.
Yes. Alright,
Okay.
and that's my whole go. I always kill things. It's so fun.
Okay, so I'm gonna move over to the base of the hill for 1. I'm gonna draw a card for 2, which is another copy of Leo, which is just means I'm gonna be able to commit him. And then I will investigate the base of the hill. Let's see if I'm gonna use my flashlight. So I'm at 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 to 3. I'm gonna go
Whoa.
7 to 3. Just gonna
Okay.
go 7 to 3, yeah.
I think that's great. -4. You still did it.
I did it. Let's go.
Yeah.
So we're putting in a copy of Diverging Path, I believe. Yep.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I keep going to grab them because I don't know which one it's gonna be, but you're
Right.
right, we don't know until it flips.
New T-shirt. I always kill things. It's so fun. I'd buy that
I
T-shirt.
mean, that might be a scary T-shirt.
And taken out of context may mean that you get questioned a couple more times, but I mean it's fine. We have no
Okay.
enemies, so we are unexhausting, drawing cards, and getting money.
Resources.
Ooh, calling in
got
favors. Finally, yes, let's go.
Taunt isn't crazy, but I do love the art.
What's up?
Taunt. I love the art of it.
Yeah,
It's just like guns
epic.
ablazing.
It's
It's actually
epic.
not guns, it's probably flares, but
Okay.
and I'm at 7 cards, so
2, 4.
I should
Same.
play things soon.
Okay. So at the top of the round, we're at 6 out of 12. Your encounter card is Frozen in Fear. Put Frozen in Fear into play in your threat area. The first time you perform move, fight, or evade each round, it costs 1 additional action. At the end of your turn, test Brain 3. If you succeed, you discard Frozen in Fear.
Gross.
Yeah, that's not great. And then mine is Obscuring Fog. Attached to your location. Attached location gets +2 Shroud. After attached location is successfully investigated, discard Obscuring Fog. Okay. Well, I'm glad I went and got this Diverging Path beforehand. So, and now it is our turn. I'm thinking, what's the goal for you this turn? What are you feeling?
I definitely want to heal. And
Okay.
then from there, it's gonna cost me 2 actions just to move. So I'm not doing a whole ton. Like, I can move up to the spot, I don't mind, but
Let me move just so you don't get.
in case it's like that one, yeah. But yeah, other than that, I'm just gonna play emergency aid, I think, so
Okay.
nothing crazy.
Let me go first then, just to make sure that this is safe.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
so
probably not.
I'm gonna move down to the diverging path. After you reveal frozen springs, lose the remainder of your actions and immediately end your turn. Alrighty, well that stinks. Okay, well there you go. Your turn.
Oh, no, that was rough.
I did not like that.
Alright,
Did not like that. But it does come
I'll
with two
play
clues, so we're gonna be able to hopefully advance this act pretty soon.
yeah, because our doom is, we're at 50%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, I will pay 2 resources to play emergency aid, choose an investigator at your location, heal 2 damage, so I'm gonna heal 2 off of me. It makes Sophie a little more useful, and then I will spend 2 actions to move up to you.
Did did you play emergency aid this turn?
I just did.
And then I think it's an action to heal, right?
No, this one is it's
Oh,
not like
oh,
first
oh,
aid,
oh, oh, oh.
like you just heal.
I was thinking, yep, okay. So you're gonna
Yeah,
come hang
yeah.
out
'Cause
here.
I have first aid in my hand too, and first aid is the one where it's has supplies and you use it and heal. This one it's like you just heal.
Got it. Okay. And then test brain 3.
Okay. And my brain is a 4. I'm gonna use Sophie.
Okay.
Get rid of this. I got another top. So I'm now at 6. +1.
Let's go. Get rid of that frozen
This
fear.
this bag has been really interesting to us today.
Yeah. It's been so swingy. So
Yeah.
swingy.
It's like I never know. It's either the -5 or the +1.
Okay.
Alright.
And it is enemy phase, no enemies. So we'll move on to unexhausting and gaining some stuff. Get some
Alright.
cool stuff. Hey, emergency cash. Let's go.
I got a
Oh,
flashlight.
emergency cash means I can play Leo.
Big
That's
spender.
that's exciting. I also have a calling in favors, so I can drop someone else too, which is nice.
Is that the one where you reveal, like, the top 10?
Yeah,
That one's so good.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe
I'm
you can get Granny.
Granny. Oh yeah, that yes, that'd be great. Okay, so we're placing a do. We're drawing your card. It's a lupine thrall. Spawn the furthest location from us, so that's going to be at the Sentinel Peak. And then it preys on me, and then it has Hunter and Retaliate.
Oh,
Yikes. Then my card is a Devotee of the Key. We spawn at the base of the hill. At the end of the enemy phase, it moves once towards, and then we place some Doom if it reaches that top. So, yikes.
okay. Hmm.
Okay, so
So, I'm thinking
yeah, what's up?
oh, which one was this, by the way? The location that we're on?
This is Frozen Spring.
Frozen Spring.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm thinking we're gonna have to go back up, or at least even if this one connects to ascending path will be flipped, and then I can come from the base of the hill. That I wonder if I should go and kill that thing.
Yeah, I think you should go kill the thing, and I'll work on
Yeah.
clues here.
Okay.
Yeah, Maddie, that is a really good point. That Charlie is a monster magnet because he's lowest at everything, so he's always getting preyed upon,
Mm,
which is a really interesting balancing mechanism.
I wish if I had one more stinking resource right now, I would be able to gain, and then throw dynamite at it for like the sure thing.
Ooh,
But I don't have enough. I'm one resource short.
the dynam the dynamite may be better for this lupine thrall next turn.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
That's true.
because it's gonna move to a location next to you, and then it has a fight of 4. So
Mm,
that's a big it's a big man, big doggy.
yeah, I was going to play the Elder Sign Amulet, but I think it's better to save all of my resources to try to do that next turn. so I shouldn't play anything, I don't think.
Okay.
Which means I'm already at 8 cards, so I'm just gonna commit things for the heck of it.
Love that.
What is that guy's horror value?
One.
Okay.
They're,
'Cause I can do that thing where I
both of
heal
them are
from it.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might as well just heal with it then when I do it. Okay, I will move down to him and shoot him.
Bang bang.
Okay. So for the first attack, I'm just gonna commit these taunts because I feel like taunt isn't worth holding on to and my hand just keeps growing. So we'll do one attack committing cards, one attack using Sophie.
Okay.
So I will use my gun first and commit these two, so I'm attacking for 7. Is that I mean, that probably what is his
3.
difficulty? 3?
So there's like that prevents a -4 from failing, and
Yeah. I was like, that's
uh
probably overkill, but I'm gonna end up discarding cards anyway for having too many, so
yeah,
I guess whatever.
yeah, might as well.
Might as well. So I'll attack for 7 with my gun, -1.
Okay. So 2. Is
Okay.
1 health left.
And the gun has 1 charge left, just for the record.
Okay.
Alright, so now I will
That
pin
gun has been putting in some work this game.
it's like hot and like smoking. Like I'm like, um okay, so I just took a damage. Draw a card. Ooh, I drew a beat cop.
Ooh, nice.
Beautiful.
That
Too bad I
yes.
won't be able to play him for a while because I'm playing 5 for Dynamite.
Yeah.
So now I'm attacking for 7 again because of Sophie.
Okay. 7 to
And
3.
let's see. 0.
0. GG's, devotees.
Okay. And
I
then I was
I
gonna play If It Bleeds, but that's actually gonna cost me a resource. So I'm not gonna do it because I won't be able to Dynamite if I do. Good
yeah,
thing I did discard all those cards then.
and you also have Brother Xavier, which is a pretty big soak at this point. So I think you
Yeah,
have
but to
oh
use Sophie, it's direct damage.
oh, and if it bleeds,
Yeah.
heals damage.
Oh no, that heals horror.
Okay, okay.
You're right. It actually that doesn't help with that at all.
Cool. Okay.
But yeah, that's my whole go.
Okay, so I'm gonna play emergency cash to get 3. I'm gonna spend 6 to play Leo. So I'm at 3 out of 6 allies now. That's always fun. Ooh. I don't have any money. Never mind. Cannot do that. We are going to. Let's just So we're looking at a Frozen Spring of 3. I have 2. I'm going to commit Jeremiah for 4, commit Bonnie for 7, and then I get to ready Jeremiah whenever I exhaust Bonnie. So
Wow.
7 to 3. Let's go. Come on. No whammies.
-2.
Sweet. Okay, so I got that. Now
Beautiful.
now when I get this, I will immediately need to spend them to advance. So I think because I don't remember what happens, it may be
Yeah.
worth not spending or not getting this last clue and getting it next turn.
Yeah.
That I may do that. I may just do that.
I feel like all that's gonna happen is the ascending path is gonna open up, but
I
like who knows? Because things might spawn there or
Yeah, and
something.
it's the special one that we put in, which also scares me a little bit.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
So, mm,
Yeah.
we
I
could
think
just
that's a safe bet to wait.
yeah. So I'm gonna get a resource then, and then that allows me to play Calling in Favors next turn if I would like to, and so, or I could chance encounter to get your Zebulon out. But okay. However it works, we're good there. Okay.
Okay.
So monster lupine throw all moves to the ascending path,
Beautiful. Come here, puppy.
and then we unexhaust, gain resources, and get money. Got an art student. Oh, this is actually great. So the art student is a perfect target for calling in favors because I'm
Mm.
not taking away like a really high cost ally. I'm taking away the art student. And so
Good.
when art student enters play, I get to discover this clue as well.
Good.
Yeah.
Cool.
So sweet. And I'm at 2, 4, 6, 7. So we're good.
I drew the machete,
Nice.
and I'm now aim.
Nice.
Yes,
Okay.
we've been waiting for this one.
So we get to add a Doom. So we're at 8 out of 12. Yikes. Your card,
Ah,
Light of Aforgamen. This is peril. I cannot help you with it. You must attach Light of Aforgamen to either the current agenda or the current act. Treat all damage as direct damage and all horror as direct horror. And then it goes away whenever we either progress the act or the agenda.
I'll do the.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Cool. Then my card is Rotting Remains. Test 3 brain for each point we fail by. We take 1 horror. Okay, so I'm at 1. All horror is direct horror. So I'm going to exhaust Bonnie to take me up to 4 to 3. And then I am going. Oh, I don't really need my guys this turn because I've got. Because I am just getting this Frozen String clue with the art student. So first I'm going to exhaust Jeremiah Kirby, then I'm going to exhaust Bonnie. So this is going to be 2, 5 to 3, 6 to 3.
Okay. Let's see. This one, which is the discard the top 2 cards of your deck.
So we got a 4 and a 1, so -5. Yikes.
Yep.
So that takes me down to a 1. I fail by 2, so I'm down to 1 horror.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh. Guys.
Uh-oh.
Guys. I'm going to go insane. Oof. Yeah. And also losing Dario was rough because Dario is just an automatic +2, or is a action for +2 resources, so that really helps me get the ball rolling. But
so my first aid
we're
can
here.
heal you.
Okay.
And that if it bleeds that I have, it'll heal. After I defeat a monster enemy, each investigator at your location heals horror equal to that enemy's horror value. So if you move to where I am and then I throw the dynamite at the guy, I can. Oh no, I don't have enough resources. Never mind, I can't do it.
Okay.
I can't help you at all.
You're on your own.
What is the card where I am?
Obscuring Fog. So it our that location is now a Shroud 5, and then it goes away whenever we successfully investigate. I don't think we will need to worry about that because I'm about to get the last clue that we need to progress this. So I'm hoping that we're fine there.
I hope so too.
So
I'm gonna dynamite that area. I think you should do yours first because then if things do show up there, I'm dynamiting it anyway.
Good call. Very good call. Yes.
That would be great.
Yeah. Yes.
Because thematically, it's either we discover it and then blow stuff up, or I blow stuff up and like wake things up and then they come out because I blew stuff up.
And we don't want to do that.
Right.
So I'm going to spend 2 to play art student. I discovered this clue, and then I immediately need to spin the clues to advance the path, and then Light of Aforgamen goes away. So ascending. Oh wait, no. You want to read 1B for us?
Yes. A sacrifice made. During your search through the wooded paths around the base of Sentinel Hill, you come across a startling sight. A herd of sheep lays dead upon the ground of a secluded clearing, their bloodied carcasses placed in a strange but careful pattern. Holding your nose against the stench of death, you step over mangled sheep. Whoa, sorry. Nuka, come on. Sorry. In the center of the sheep lies the corpse of a man. Wait, did I skip something? Holding your nose against the stench, you step over the mangled sheep on your way to the center of an odd formation. In the center of the sheep lies the corpse of a man. A clear jewel has been firmly pressed into his forehead, caving in the front of his skull. His eyes are wide, his face contorted in a vision of fear, as if beseeching you for mercy. Though you know better, you check for a pulse. As you touch the man's skin, the jewel in his forehead dissolves, and the woods around you seem to clear. The arcane presence masking the path further up the hill has been faded. Reveal the ascending path. Remove all clues from each location in play. Yikes.
So ascending path is connected to each copy of altered path, and then as an investigate action, we can, instead of discovering clues, get altered path into play. And then
Okay.
this is connected to Sentinel Park, and as an additional cost to move to Sentinel Park, the investigators must spend 4 clues as a group to move there.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the act, excuse me.
What's up?
No, we have to read 2A now. I think that's what Maddie is saying.
Oh yeah. Could you advance the agenda in the Mythos phase to remove light and prevent that direct horror? Fancy. That's already, yeah, that's, I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, maybe. But
Don't know.
the agenda is not close to advancing.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2A?
Okay, and this is version 2, right? Just to double
Yes.
check?
Yes.
Okay. Ascending the hill. As you ascend the hill, the environment around you grows increasingly strange and otherworldly. The arcane energy feels even stronger here, crackling in the air and crawling on your skin. Clues cannot be placed on non-altered locations. Objective: when an investigator enters Sentinel Park, advance.
Cool.
Okay.
I have 3 actions left.
That's crazy.
So I'm going to come hang out with you for 2 because Frozen Spring is not connected. Yeah, no, okay. So I'm going to come hang out with you for 2. I'm going to gain, I think, 2 resources. 1, 2. And then next turn I will be able to pull Zebulon in from the graveyard. Or I could play Calling in Favors, but
From
we'll
the
see.
graveyard.
From the
Zombies
graveyard.
Zebulon.
2, 4, 6.
It is still snowing here like crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
It is really white out.
Nice. Okay, so that was my 4.
Okay. Rolling 4 like a boss. Okay. I am going to.
Wait, actually, you know what? I am. Um.
I'm gonna kill the thing.
Oh yeah, it
So don't
dies.
be
It
worried.
dies. For some reason,
Yeah. Don't
yeah.
worry.
I was like, oh god, it's gonna come kill me. No.
It's a sure thing. It's not even a question.
Cool. Love that.
Because I'm going to. I'm at 3 resources. I'm gonna gain a resource, and then spend 5 to do dynamite blast. Choose
Nice.
either your location or a connecting location. Deal 3 damage to each enemy and investigator in the chosen location. Pow!
Bye bye, Lupine Throw.
Blow him up.
Bye bye.
I'm gonna say not today.
What is that? Is that Princess Bride?
No, what do we say to the god of death?
Yeah. Oh, that's Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Yeah. I always get him and the swordsman from Princess Bride confused.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah.
Inigo
Yeah.
Montoya.
Yeah. Oh jeez. Okay,
Yeah, it's
cool.
a Bravosi saying. I recently rewatched all of Game of Thrones, and now it's like in my brain.
Does it still hold up?
The beginning does.
Yeah, that's fair.
And like I'm someone that I get really jazzed up on like costumery. So like
Nice.
even the production value goes up. So like
Yeah.
Sansa in later episodes, like when she's back in Winterfell, her costumes are so nuts and so cool. And Dany's like when she's like dragon mommy warrior princess. So even though it's not like the best toward the end,
Yeah.
and it's extremely upsetting what happens to the dragons, I have like a very hard time watching those scenes.
Oh jeez. Yeah.
But the costumes are awesome. And
Yeah.
like the CGI of the dragons, so good.
So good.
So good.
Did you watch House of the Dragon?
Yes.
That was I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really good.
So guys, we're gonna talk like slight spoilers. I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna super say what happens, but I'm gonna ambiguously say what happens. But Nelson, I get like flack for this from Alex because I warned him that the finale of the dragon episode, the House of Dragon episode, I was like, something extremely violent happens and it's still bothering me, but it's not what you think. So if you think about that final episode, everything that happens, the
Yeah.
human stuff, I do not care about at all. The human
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
didn't even bother me. I didn't even think it was that graphic. And he was like, no, that was really gory. And the thing that happens at the end with the
Yeah.
dragon,
Yeah.
I like still can't get that out of my head.
Yeah. That's
The
brutal.
way he just falls. I
Absolutely
can't.
brutal. Yep. Not great. Not
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Mm.
But he was like, but the human thing. And I was like, who cares about
Ah,
that?
there's a lot of humans in the world. There are not that many dragons in the world.
It was ugly, like, who cares?
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Ugh.
But yeah, guys, if you haven't watched it, it's really good. You should watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely holds up.
Okay, so you got two actions left, right?
No, because I had to gain 2 resources
Oh,
to
okay.
afford that. Yeah,
Cool.
so that's like my whole go.
Let's go.
But worth it.
So no enemies.
No enemies.
So unexhaust, gain some money, and go on with our lives.
Alright, and I'm gonna if I hit 9 cards now, I would discard now, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, because I did. But I'm fine about that. I'm gonna ditch the flashlight because you're probably gonna do all of that if we need it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I will get rid of that because everything else is useful to me. Lovely.
Okay. So one doom on the agenda. We are at 9 out of 12. Your
Oh
card.
no, wait. I guess I must be wrong. Maybe it's because I played the dynamite blast, but I'm now only at 7. I only have 7 in my hand, so I'm gonna just hold on to that flashlight.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's because I played the dynamite blast. Okay, I was miscounting.
Nice. Cool. So your card is Crazed Shoggoth. Nearest altered location.
How do you know if they're altered?
We don't have an altered location.
Is that the other side of the path, the altered paths?
No, I
Yeah.
think the altered paths are altered.
Right,
So
but we haven't
we don't
revealed
have any. So does it search? If there's no, you discard. Don't think you search. Sweet. Let's go. Beautiful. And
Amazing.
mine is the Avian Thrall. Oh. Prey lowest book. It's a hunter. While Avian Thrall is being attacked using a ranged firearm or spell asset, it gets -3 fight. And it's a 5/4/3, and it's engaged with me.
Gross.
And
That's
it
a
has
lot of health.
4 health. Ugh. Yikes. Don't love that.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah,
I
don't
have the
love that at all.
machete,
That's
but
oh,
I
that's
would have to engage it, and I don't have taunt anymore.
yeah. Um,
Mm.
I could do some damage to it.
If you
Um,
can elusive away from it,
I
um,
can, I can, I can, and then we
I
can
have
we can head up to the
I
altered
have
path
if it
and buy us 2
bleeds,
turns.
or no, I have vicious blow and the machete that I think I could do 4 damage in 1 attack.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, but you know what? I don't got resources to pay for this.
But what we can do is if I evade, we can head up to the ascending path, and um, then it takes 2 turns to get to us,
Okay.
and we can stay ahead of it if we need to.
Right, right, right.
Okay, yeah, I'm good with that. So in that case, I'll go first then.
Okay.
So we have. I'm going to a 3. I have 1. We're gonna go. 2, 6. Take away Luca. 6.
This is the foot.
Yeah, this is the foot. I'm thinking about committing rise to the occasion, which takes me up to a 9-3, which is no. I'm just gonna do art student. So 7-3, and I'm gonna do Leo. Or I'm gonna do Kirby. So 8-3. So the -5 still. We're still
Okay.
good.
-3.
Okay, cool.
You have
So
made it.
yes, the avian thrall is exhausted on our location. That's 1 action. I'm gonna move to the ascending path for 2. Um. Hmm. I'm going
Are you
to.
gonna? you
What's
gonna
up?
investigate?
I
Are you
think
gonna
so.
try to get it?
I
I would
think so.
like that.
Cool. Okay. Before I do that, um, yeah, I think this is the right call. I'm gonna spend 3 to play Calling in Favors or a chance encounter to grab your guy from the discard pile. I'm gonna have to go
Okay.
find him, and then I'll investigate. You'll take your turn. I'll go find him. But now I'm
Okay.
gonna investigate. I am at 1, 2, 3, 4, exhausting the last guy for 5 to 3, and I am going to commit 6 to 3 is pretty good. I'm gonna commit a Leo for 6 to 3.
Oh,
Auto fail. Bummer. Okay. So you take your turn, and I'm gonna go find.
thanks.
Who is it? Zebulon.
Zebulon Waitley.
What? Can you show me the symbol that isn't?
It looks like the new Phyrexia symbol, which doesn't help you at all, but it's like a rope in a circle.
Cool. Perfect. Thank you.
It's a circle with like a line straight down. Guys, I'm just gonna rip now that Nelson isn't here. Because I really don't think I have much of a turn at all. I think I'm gonna move. I have 8 cards in my hand is the issue, but only 1 resource. So I could move, gain a resource, and then play my Elder Sign. Is that worth it? I should probably play my First Aid. That's probably all I'm gonna do. Move, play First Aid, and have gained a resource to be able to play First Aid because it costs 2 and I only have 1. So I'll move, gain a resource, play this, and probably call it a day. I need more resources. I need my other emergency cash. That would be tight right now. I don't know. Should I play First Aid? I think it's definitely useful. I definitely need to heal my damage, but I want to be able to play my machete soon. Why is there not enough resources? I need more. I wish I could discard cards like my flashlight to gain a resource. That would be useful. But I cannot. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I think I do need the first aid though. I don't want to do it, but I think I need it. Unfortunately. I mean, I have Brother Xavier. The problem is that for me to use Sophie, it's direct damage. Although if I instead just play my machete later, that's making me stronger without needing Sophie. Which may be what I do. Now I'm considering that. Because I could move, gain 2 resources, and then next turn play Beat Cop, which gives me +1 fist as well. Maybe I'll do that, because I don't like healing. And it's silly that first aid will then cost me actions later to heal just 1. I know it's not silly, it's balanced, but I would always rather fight than heal. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Super boring. I'm gonna move and gain 2 resources and call it a day. But that is not exciting. Mm, yeah, I think that's my best bit. Because then I can always play first aid if I want to next turn, and it's not like I'm gonna die. I have 9 health. And Brother Savior. Do. Yeah, I think that's all she wrote. Although if I don't play a card, I'll have to discard a card. I'm at 8 now. Do I care about that? Not really. I don't mind losing the flashlight. Now it has me considering if I should play something, though. Move, gain a resource, yeah, I want the beat cup. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take my 2 resources, guys. And then we'll have Nelson move me up 1. And that is all that I need to do. And now, I'm gonna quickly finish the tuna that I started eating before stream started.
That took me way too long to find.
I went to my snack.
Nice.
Such a boring turn. All I'm gonna do is move to where you are and then gain 2 resources.
Nice.
It is what it is.
So we have 2, 4, 5 allies on the field for me. So I got
That's a lot.
1 more slot. Let's go.
One more.
Okay. Cool. So
Yeah.
snack time brought to you by Camp Co-op.
Yes.
120-ish minutes.
You did miss it, George. I snacked a little bit on it. I just didn't bring it to attention
Nice.
earlier.
Nice. Okay, so no unexhausted enemies, and so we will go ahead and unexhaust everything, including the avian thrall.
Okay. Gain my resource.
Gain the resource, draw the cards.
Oh, great. I got a treachery. Shell
Oh,
shock, weakness, flaw. For every 2 damage on you, take 1 horror. Good thing we have Brother Xavier here.
nice, yes.
He's gonna take 2.
Nice.
Wow. I literally would have been down to 1. But it does not say direct, so
Nice. Nice. Okay.
that could have been bad.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Cool. So we're gonna place 1 here. So we're at 10 out of 12. Your encounter card is Ancient Evils. Place 1 Doom on the agenda. You've drawn 3 of those. That's impressive. So we're at
Uh,
11 out of 12. At least that's all of them. I think that's all of them.
I will see next turn.
Yeah. Yeah. There's only 3 in this set. So,
Mm.
and then my card is Dissonant Voices. You cannot play assets or events at the end of the round. Discard Dissonant Voices. That's actually probably fine because I was not planning on doing that this turn.
Good.
Okay. So let's let me go first so I can try and get some locations out there.
Yes.
And then we can
Agreed.
piece out of there. What I'm thinking about doing is actually doing searching twice here. And if I search twice, I'm thinking that it
You
may
can
be
unlock 2.
enough to unlock the 2. And then I'm going to hopefully not. Or yeah, I'm going to search twice, move, so I don't have any actions left, just in case we have another one of those that kind of just destroys us if we don't have actions left. So
Okay.
in that sense, we are searching for a 3. So let's go ahead and do Bonnie. So that's going to be 2, 5. We will go 7. Oh, actually, we're going to do Jeremiah first, then unexhaust Jeremiah when we exhaust Bonnie. So 7 to 3. That feels pretty good.
Being safe.
We got real quick. Hold on. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm gonna do one more. So 9 to 3.
-2.
Sweet.
You're so
Okay.
good.
Hey. So we're gonna place an altered path location into play. I'm gonna do one more, and I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 8
8.
to 3.
Who do we appreciate? Nelson. Nelson.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
-3.
Let's go. Okay. So that's a second copy of Altered Path into play.
Okay.
Do we feel like we want to go up or down? What are you feeling?
I don't know. You love sticking together, and I always want to split up.
Well, yeah, because I can't handle
You're the
myself.
squishy, yeah. I say down.
Down. Okay. Is this the most allies Charlie's ever gotten onto the table? I do believe so. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go down to Altered Path. After you reveal Uprooted Woods, discard the top 5 cards of your deck if you have no actions remaining. I do have actions remaining, so I have 1 action.
Holy moly.
And we've got 2 clues there. And I think I'm probably just going to get a resource. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab a resource. And then yeah, okay. So I'll pass it on over to you.
Okay. Do you want me to come to you?
Yes.
Or do you think you're in a safe space? Oh, because something might come with the
Yeah,
encounter.
if something spawns.
Okay. I'm going to play my beat cop for 4.
Nice.
I will move down to you. And I think, honestly, it's lame that I just keep drawing resources, but I feel like I should just gain another resource. I have so many cards to play.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just going to gain another resource.
Okay.
Because then hopefully, yeah, next turn I could machete and kill the thing, because it's going to move up 1, right?
Yeah, so the Avian Thrall is going to come over to the Ascending
Okay.
Path.
Beautiful.
Sweet. And then we will unexhaust. Draw a card. Oh, another chance encounter. Nice. get a resource.
And I'm down to 7 again, so now I get 8. I have another flashlight.
Yeah.
Don't care about these things.
Do you have any allies in your discard pile?
Just that guy, the one you took.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just Zebulon for now. But
Okay.
I do now have Beat Cop and Brother Xavier out and about.
Nice. Oh yeah, charisma's so good. Being able to have both of those on the table is so incredibly powerful.
Yes. Yes. It feels cool. I have like a little posse now. I
Yeah.
feel a little like Nelson.
Okay. So we've got
We're
our
hitting 12 now,
we're
right?
hitting 12. You want to read
Ugh.
2 or 1B?
No, but I will. But
No,
I'm
no, I don't.
afraid of this. I don't think I want to know. The world is altered. As you explore the paths surrounding Sentinel Hill, the chanting at the hilltop rises to a crescendo and takes an otherworldly quality, reverberating through the trees as if carried by unseen currents. The world begins to change. The grass and trees dissolve like sugar in a cup of tea. A vast, endless sky slices through the reality you see before you, and you feel drawn to it, terrified and awestruck. The arcane power becomes distorted and seeps around you, creating strange alterations in the land. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck.
I want to make
Oh
sure
my
we.
gosh, this looks nuts. Nelson, you should show on your camera because yours is like way clearer than mine. But the Agenda 2A, the way that it looks, it says beckoning for power.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that so cool? Like it's all like, guys, it's crazy. You should look it up for like a very clear image. It's like there are things underlined. I don't know if we should try to figure out the secret in this, Nelson. This makes me feel like we're all of a sudden playing an exit game.
Yeah, right? Yeah. There's so
All
much.
right, it says
Ooh.
the old
Ooh.
ones were, the old ones are, and the old ones shall be. Not in the spaces we know, but between them. I'm honestly a little afraid to read this. Like, is something gonna happen in my house? I feel like I'm
Yes.
literally reading an incantation right now. This is scary. Not in the spaces we know, but between them. They were serene and primal, undimensioned, and to us unseen. Yogg-Sothoth knows the gate. Yogg-Sothoth is the gate. Yogg-Sothoth is the key and the guardian of the gate. Past, present, future. All are one in Yogg-Sothoth. He knows where the old ones broke through of old, and where they shall break through again. He knows where they have trod Earth's fields, and where they still tread them, and why no one can behold them.
Yikes.
It's a little scary, you
Yeah.
guys.
Okay.
I don't know.
It has a threshold of 10. I feel like we should not let that go. I feel like
Yeah.
we should figure out something to do there.
Yeah, I feel like Yogg-Sothoth shows up when that happens. Like, I feel like we let them open the gate, and if we let that happen, he will show up.
And we lose probably. And Filthy tells us to hydrate. Hey Filthy, how you doing?
I'm having actually, Nelson.
Oh,
So
nice.
this is non-alcoholic, just to
cool.
clarify. Treehouse makes regular seltzer, so it's not hard seltzer, but it's just like regular seltzer. But they do it with like really fresh ingredients. That this is raspberry. I don't think it says exactly what's in it.
That's really cool.
Raspberry puree, butterfly pea powder. It is so delicious. It's very, very tasty. But yeah, it's like the only thing I can have from Treehouse besides those like mixed drinks that they make.
Yeah. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I am doing good. I'm doing good. It's always happy Friday. It's always good to be a Friday. Ooh, okay.
I've never had the beer, George, but Nelson has.
Yeah, the beer is incredible. The beer is so good. I keep trying to
Those mixed drinks are pretty good too.
Oh, I think.
Did you try them?
No, I think Smalls did though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my wife
They're
had
good.
some, but if I'm at Treehouse, I'm drinking the beer. I just have like I have to, right?
Yeah.
But okay, so
Where are we?
we are at encounter cards. Yeah, your encounter card.
Yeah.
Rights Howled. Discard the top 3 cards of each investigator's deck. Each investigator at an altered location shuffles each weakness in his or her discard pile back into her deck.
So we just discard 3 cards and that's it, right?
2, 3. I lost Warren Rice and Christopher.
Nelson. I drew 2 treacheries. Do they just get discarded? Because we're not at an altered.
We are at an altered location now.
Oh, I forgot we did that. I just got so excited.
Hey, Magic Moose Moo, how you doing? Oh shoot! I just shuffled everything back into my deck. That's not right. Okay.
Uh-oh.
No, I
You're
can
like,
figure this out.
how do we fix this?
Yeah, no, I can figure this out.
So amnesia and psychosis are going back into my deck. What a ah. I got so excited, Nelson. I thought we were still I don't know why I thought I was still back in the main path. Oh, if only.
Warren Rice, Christopher, and
There are not many cards left in my deck. What happens again when you
you
hit
take
the end?
one direct horror, and uh, I think reshuffle.
Okay. I mean, it's not that bad. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
When
7.
I do it, I take one direct horror and 10 damage.
Yeah, which
So
is nuts.
that's less good.
Is it 10 direct?
It is not. So so I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could soak it. I could
Yeah,
soak it right now. I could not soak
that's
the
not
one
great.
direct. Actually, we always have this conversation. Is it direct or is it non-direct mental? Because um
I think it has the state.
what's up?
For what?
For running out of your deck.
Oh.
Yeah. I think actually we may have landed that it's non-direct. So if I run on my deck, I could tank the 10 damage and one horror.
That's awesome.
I think we lose still because you think the horror is direct, but not sure. Okay, I need to figure out how to heal one horror then. This all goes back to me not putting that first horror on Bonnie. Yikes.
I could heal you with what's it called?
If it bleeds?
If it bleeds and or first aid. It's just that I gotta get them into play.
Cool. Okay. My card. If there are no abomination enemies in play, there are. These gain surge. Otherwise, choose an abomination enemy. Heal all damage from that enemy and attach alter beast to it. Whenever you enter attached enemy's location or vice versa, take one horror. So this avian thrall now has the ability that whenever you enter that location, you take one horror, which is not direct. So that's good.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I don't even mind then. Okay.
Can't believe I about shuffled all those cards in.
It's pretty hilarious. I mean, like, I shouldn't say that because you do have to deal with it, but I'd say you just keep them. No
uh,
one noticed.
I had bandages. I had no Leo was in the discard. Um, 2, 4, 5. I had 2 look what I found. So that's what it was.
Look what I
Yeah,
found.
because I was at 7, 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, we're good. Okay, wow. I'm just on autopilot over here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, something had just had us. I think it was the agenda that had us shuffle the encounter discard into the.
yeah, yeah,
I think that's probably what happened to you.
yeah.
We'll just say it was that.
Okay. Okay. So, what are we doing with our lives here?
I'm
It
gonna
is.
move and kill that thing.
I love that. Let's. Do you want to do that first?
Sure.
Cool.
I feel very confident.
Love that. Very happy for you.
Or health.
It has 4 health. Yes.
Okay. I have to like overkill, but I still think it's worth it. Um, I wish I could heal 1 damage somehow, but it's fine. That's fine. It's whatever. If I play Vicious Blow as a skill to a thing, I
Mhm.
play it before so that way I get the ability, but that also commits the
Yep.
things to it?
Yep.
Okay. Which is very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will move to the thing.
Okay.
Well, actually, I will on our location, I'm gonna play my card so it doesn't engage me.
Yes.
So I will, on our location, gain a resource. Oh no, I have to play the machete. Nelson, wait, I don't have enough. We gotta reevaluate.
Okay.
I could theoretically do the same exact thing, but with the gun, which I already have played.
But the
I'm just at
gun,
less.
you get -3. Oh wait, while avian thrall is being attacked, using it gets -3. Okay, so if you use the gun, it actually goes down to a 2 fight.
Okay.
I was reading that the other way. I was reading that you get -3 fight, but it's actually if you use a ranged firearm or spell, it gets -3 fight. So you're
Oh
attacking at a
wow.
2 at that point.
Okay.
That's
Then
4 health.
what is its horror?
One.
One again?
Yeah.
Everything's one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. I will just move to there.
Okay.
I'm gonna add vicious blow to the attack. Um, and attempt to shoot him with my Colt.
And you take one horror.
Um,
And you take one horror.
is it direct?
It
No.
is not. It is not.
Okay. I'm gonna put that on my beat count.
Nice.
And so I'm at 5, 6 because of him, 7, 8 because of vicious blow.
And you're going against. You're using your gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going against 2.
Okay. And if I do the thing about this is my upgraded vicious blow, so it says it does +1 damage or +2 damage if I succeed by 2 or more. So that's why
And
like we really want to succeed because that'll do the extra damage. If
yes.
not, I can ping him with beat cop.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
But okay.
Okay.
So I'm attacking for 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we got the 0.
Mm.
So we splatter him with vicious blow and my gun. It is the last charge on my gun, so the gun's now gone.
Actually, I think the gun stays.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
no longer useful.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll do that with vicious blow, and then I might as well. I'm gonna do. Sorry, this would have been helpful for you, but I think we might not end up being together when I fight things. So I don't know. I'll just wait for you. Never mind. I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna play the if it bleeds as like a reaction, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna save it and use it for you. Instead, I will.
Maddie did come back and say that the horror from decking out is not direct. So
Good, good, good.
if I deck out, I could tank it.
I'm actually gonna gain a resource for my last thing because I want to end up playing the machete eventually too, and I need to heal, so I'm just gonna gain a resource and get better at things.
Nice.
Get better at life.
Get good. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm going to investigate. So let's
Okay.
go. We're at 2. I'm gonna go Watley for. I'm at 2 to 2. Watley for 4. Bonnie for 7. Reading Watley. And I'm gonna go art student. Um. Okay, so 2, 4, 7, 9 to 2.
-5.
Let's
So
go.
still did it.
Still did it. Now I'm gonna play one resource to play Calling in Favors. To return art student to my hand, search the top 9 cards in my deck, and then play an ally with a -2 cost. Burden of
Mm.
Leadership was the next card. We got Granny, which is a pretty solid option.
Granny!
So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or Dr. Christopher. I think Granny is the better option here for us. After you successfully investigate, gain 1 resource. That is really good.
And you will be investigating.
I'm gonna go Granny though.
Yeah.
I think at this point I am okay if I don't get any more resources. And Granny gives me that +1 brain, and I can modify skill test values. So I
We
think
stand
Granny,
Granny.
yeah. And then okay, so we're gonna throw Granny on the table. So that's my second action. I was kind of hoping for a medical student to be able to heal. Okay, so that was 2. Let's go. Let's investigate one more time for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
9, 10. I don't. There's
9, 10?
no. Yeah.
Might as well. -3.
-3. Okay, so I got that second clue, and so that was 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna come hang out with you.
And you have 2 clues total?
I have 2 clues total, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So no enemies. So we move directly into refresh.
More resources.
Draw a card.
Gosh,
Emergency
I
cash.
I have both of those treacheries coming up. Like there are not many cards here that whew,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
didn't happen yet. I just got another first aid, which is good, but
yeah.
they're coming.
I'm at the point where I am not drawing cards in my turn because if I draw a Burden of Leadership, it like wipes half my board.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because you either exhaust every ally or deal it 1 direct damage and 1 direct horror. And so if I draw it in the upkeep phase, I can exhaust everyone and be
Right.
okay. But I just can't risk that right now because it would wipe
That's
out one,
crazy.
two, three of my allies.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
so I'm at 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Okay. Jeez. Oh, this is so tense. I love it.
We're
We
gonna
got
do it.
yeah, definitely. We got 1 Doom on our agenda. Your encounter card is Revelation Test Brain 3. For each point you fail by, take 1 horror.
Okay. So I'm at 3, 4 because of Xavier. Um, yeah, and I don't want to pay anything into it. So we're just gonna let it happen. I can take the horror. I can just let these guys die. I'm like
Yeah.
so cavalier about it now. Okay. -1. Wait, I did it.
Nice. Let's go. Perfect.
Wow. Wow.
Perfect. And my card is a Devotee of the Key. We spawn at the base of the hill. Forced at the end of the enemy phase, it moves once towards Sentinel Peak.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
That
That's actually
yeah,
good.
that I was okay with that Mythos phase. That was a
Mhm.
fairly good Mythos phase.
Mhm.
Do you want to go to the altered path? Because that
Sure.
what I'm worried about, and like the worst thing that could happen right now is it deals me direct horror,
Mhm.
and so may it seems like all of them are you either lose your resources or lose your actions, or if you have 0 actions, bad things happen, and so maybe do an action and then I don't know, hedge your bets a little bit.
If the monster moves up to us next time, like say we didn't move, would
Yeah.
he attack us then?
No, no. Normally, if when monsters are moving, they move at the beginning and then they attack. This one specifically says that it moves at the end of the enemy phase, so it resolves the attacks, then it moves to you.
If you want to like kind of do like a long rest turn to like catch our breath, I
Okay.
can play first aid and then heal some horror off of you.
Yes,
But that means we should
100%.
probably stay here.
Yes,
You're like, yes,
100.
please do that.
Big fan of the words that you just said. Let's do
Okay.
that.
So I'll pay 2 to put first aid into play with 3 charges. 1, 2, 3, and that. And then I will heal 2 horror off of you.
That is huge.
And
That
that's
is
that. And then
that's
I'll end up using the last one to heal 1 damage off of me because I'm worried about Sophie. Because if I take more damage, I'll be at -1 for all my skill checks.
okay.
But it would have to
And
be direct too, so it's not that bad.
cool. And I will be able to drop bandages this turn.
Cool. And I will be able to play Machete next turn and fight the thing that comes up too.
So it will come up and engage you before you're able to play machete.
That's fine. I'll just kill it then straight. What's its health? 3?
3, yeah. Yes, Maddie. The devotee would still move to the peak even if the enemy is engaged with someone, but we have 2 turns before it gets there because it's going to go to ascending peak, the ascending path first, then to sentinel peak. So we have a couple of turns before it makes it. But if we don't kill it next turn, yes, it will go to sentinel. Okay, so you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sweet. So I'm going to play emergency cash for 3. I'm going to spend 2 of those to play bandages. So this is the whenever someone, an ally or an investigator takes a damage, you can react and heal it. So that's
Beautiful.
2. I may just go 3, 4 for resources.
Oh, so that actually kind of helps me that I can play Sophie, I think. I think I can take the damage, she'll flip, and then you heal me, and she flips right back.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
We'll trick her.
2, 4, 6. I actually made draw and resource. If I draw, I can exhaust everyone now, and that's not a big deal. I'm gonna draw. A chance encounter. I had this in my hand already. Oh well. That's my punishment for
Oh,
for shuffling for being a nerd. Okay. That's 2, 4, 6, 7. I will go ahead and just gain a resource. Oh, actually, a chance encounter could pull some interesting. I could pull Warren Rice. I could pull Warren Rice. That could be interesting.
Lauren!
I want to get Lady Esprit. That's who I
Yeah,
want.
she's good.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about her. I was like, where's the lady that I can heal with?
Yeah. Where's she at?
I need
Okay.
her blood.
2, 4, 6, 7. Um. Yeah. So that was my 4, and so we're into enemy phase. Devotee of the Key is going to move up to you. Do you want it to engage you, or engage me?
Yeah, that's fine. It can
Engage
engage
me.
me.
Cool.
I got plenty of people that can take stuff.
Cool. Okay. It does not attack you this turn, but now
Oh
we
yeah, that's true.
are
Then
drawing.
absolutely it should.
Cool. So I got self-destructive. So whenever you deal 1 more damage, I take 1 damage.
I got emergency aid.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice. Yeah.
That's great, actually.
Okay. And we're unexhausting, and oh yeah, we already did all that good stuff. So place 1 doom on the agenda. We're at 2 out of 10,
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's
and
not bad. I think we're doing fine.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe. She
Your
says.
card, test brain 3. For each point you fail, take 1 horror.
Alright, and I'm only at 4. But it is what it is. -3.
Okay,
So
so 2 horror,
2?
but not direct.
Okay. Well, it will kill my people.
Ah,
So actually, how much health is on that enemy?
it's a his stat line is a 3/3/3, and he attacks for a 1/1.
Okay. Um, I can't put it so Brother Xavier has 3 sanity and 2 already on him. I can't put both on him, right?
Correct. Yeah.
I
You'd
can't
have
have
to.
him, like, take
Yeah,
the
you'd
attack.
have to split it up.
Okay, so I'll take 1 and then have him take it because he says, "When he's defeated, deal 2 damage to an enemy at your location."
Nice.
So I'm gonna be able to use the beat cop and just kill it that way.
Nice. How much does Brother Xavier cost?
5.
I may pull him back.
He can give
That
you a brain, and then you get +1 brain, and he's a 3/3.
interesting.
Honky.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. And then my encounter card, Alter
Yeah.
Beast. If there are no abomination enemies in play, there are not. This card gains Surge.
Gross.
Surges into a thrall, spawns at the location with the most clues, and it has Retaliate. Since there are no clues in play, we get to choose this. I think we throw this guy back at the base of the hill. No, actually, we're gonna throw him in the Slaughtered Woods, because if we
Yeah,
need
that's
to
what I was
run
gonna
back
say.
and resign, we can throw him.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
thralls in the Slaughtered Woods. Bye bye.
Goodbye. You can
That
run
was
by the guy with the jewel in his head.
yeah. That was 2 pretty tame Mythos faces in a row.
I know.
I'm
We're
pretty happy
doing
with that.
okay. We're
Yeah.
doing okay.
Okay, so it's our turn.
Okay,
You want to go first?
sure. I'm going to tap the beat cop and have him take a damage to kill the thing
Nice.
because it only has 1 left, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Now, you think I should move up onto the next place? I'm afraid of it.
I would take an action before you do that. At least.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I can do that now because I have my sanity back. So let me go first actually instead,
Okay.
because
That's fine because the
I
guy was engaged with me.
yeah, I have my sanity back. So okay. So we are going to. I'm going to go 1 for a resource. I'm going to move up for 2. After you reveal a tear in the path, take 2 damage if you have no actions remaining. So we're good. This has 2 clues and it's a shroud of 3. It's my second action. My third action, I'm going to spend 2 to play an art student, so I get to get one
Wow.
of these clues.
That's crazy because I was gonna take all my actions and then move there. So I'm so glad this is how this worked out.
Yeah. Everyone seems alive still. Yes, we are, Alex. It's a first.
Yes.
It's a first. It's kind of exciting.
Alex, you weren't here when we talked about it, but I talked about the House of Dragon finale and where my priorities are. And I just think you should know that.
Okay, so yeah, I mean like let's just go all out, I guess.
All you've done is move, right? Do you still have 3 actions?
No, I got a money. I moved for
Oh,
2.
okay.
I played art student for 3 and I'm investigating for my last action.
Perfect.
So, I'm at 2. I'm at 3. Uh 4 5 6 7 8 Reading Zebulon. 8 to 3 um 9 10. Yeah, we'll go 9 10. 10 to 3.
-1.
Let's go. Okay,
You're
so
so
next turn we're going to be able to move into the Sentinel Peak.
okay.
It is
Then I'm
your
just gonna heal like crazy.
love that.
All right, so that's your whole go.
That is my whole go.
All right, I will now do the thing to the beat comp to kill the guy
Yep.
engaged with me.
And
I will use.
I don't
You
think
don't
you
want?
need to come up to the
I'm
peak.
not going to. Yeah.
Okay, sweet, sweet.
Although, oh no, the thing is 2 spots away from me too. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna
Actually,
use.
you could move into Sentinel Peak technically. I don't know if that's a good
Oh,
call,
because I
but
could spend it.
yeah,
Yeah,
because it
no,
says
I'm
a
gonna
peak.
just heal.
Okay, smart. I think that's
All right.
the smart move.
So I will use my last charge on first aid to heal a horror off of me.
Okay.
Eh, no, I'm gonna heal a regular kind of damage. Yeah, because it can be either. And then is this one say discard after use? Yeah. So that was 1. I will use now emergency aid for 2 to heal 2 horror off of me. Oh no, that one is damage. Okay. So then I should have taken the 1. I would have done the 1 horror and 2 for this. Is that
Nice.
correct? Yeah, because I had 4, 2. Yep. Okay. All right. So I will do that. And then I have 1 more action where I could put another first aid and oh no, I don't have enough resources now. I will. Oh my gosh, it's so lame. All I do is gain resources.
And kill.
Um,
I think.
yeah,
Oh, we need a kill counter. We need to.
we do.
We need a kill counter.
We'll call it the Meg kill counter.
Yeah. Yours
um,
resets every scenario. Mine is just a campaign thing.
yeah, I'll just get another resource, and that's that.
Maddie says this is probably the furthest I've ever gotten in where Doom Awaits, and that is correct. I think I lost pretty significantly last time.
Wow, I think we're gonna win. I'm just calling it now.
I, I love the confidence. Okay, so we have no monsters that are hunting us, and so now we will unexhaust. Draw a card. Another copy of bandages. Ooh.
Okay, here's another treachery for me. I got Psychosis Force. After you take 1 or more horror, take 1 direct damage, and I can spend 2 actions to get rid of it.
Okay.
Not great.
Not great. But now whenever when I drop the second copy of bandages, when you take a damage, I can heal you for 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is
So,
good.
okay, so we are up to 3 out of 10. Your encounter card is a conglomeration of spheres. Prey lowest So after you perform an attack against the conglomeration of spheres using melee cards, discard this card. So this is the 1/6/4 monster. This is the action eater
Why is he back?
because we shuffled everything back in.
Gross.
Right.
Okay.
Then my card is Devotee of the Key. So this guy is going to be running up the hill. Oh, jeez. Okay.
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 And then does the
So
other one, would the one that spawned last turn move? Or no?
you killed it.
No, the one that's up above us in the woods.
Oh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't have
Okay.
a hunter, so it's not moving.
All right.
Okay, so what are we doing with our lives?
Yeah, we're now not okay. I would love to spend 2 actions to get rid of this psychosis, but like, I don't even think that's a good idea.
Um,
I mean, it's not the worst. I don't mind having psychosis. I'm fine with it. Do you want me to
okay.
just go into the place?
Well, you're engaged with this guy now.
I'll take him with me. No, I'm just kidding. I have elusive, so I could. Would that exhaust him too?
What does this say?
Elusive says disengage from each enemy engaged with you and move to. Oh no, it's a revealed location. So you could go through,
I could go through,
and then I can elusive away from him.
and then he would come in next turn, which may not be the worst thing in the world. I don't know what happens, so I'm not quite sure what the right call here is. But I'm gonna spend
Let's just
one,
go.
2. Okay, yeah, I like it. I'm gonna spend 2 money for my first action to play a second copy of Bandages. That's 1, 2, 3 into Sentinel Peak for spending these 4.
Okay.
And Sentinel Peak. Forced, when an investigator at this location draws a hex card, that investigator takes 1 damage. And so this has 4 clues on it and a shard of 4. And we immediately advance. The act. You want to read it?
Wow. Okay. Turn the key. Approaching the peak of Sentinel Hill, you are confronted by several citizens of Dunwich. The man in the center of the circle lets out a crazed laugh. You recognize the man, Seth Bishop, from the description given to you by the townsfolk earlier. Behind him, several other men and women bow their heads in reverence, chanting in Latin. We've done it, he cackles. We've accomplished what old Whately and his git couldn't. You watch in repulsion as his eyes glaze over and twitch, as though he was reading something invisible. I can see now. I can finally see. He raises his hands to the sky, and the headstone of the altar behind him splits open. A torrent of energy pours out of the stone, coalescing into the form of an open gate. Seth holds onto the stone in front of him to prevent himself from being sucked into the gate, but several of the others are startled and pulled through it. You barely manage to dig your heels in and grab hold of a nearby rock in time to resist the pull of the gate. Seth rises to his feet, wearing an expression of pride. Put the set aside Seth Bishop enemy into play at Sentinel Peak.
Okay. So Seth Bishop is now engaged with me.
Great. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Elusive. I can't use elusive to get there.
Why not? Oh, why
Because
not?
there's an enemy. It goes to a
Oh,
revealed location with no enemies.
oh. I
I
think
didn't
I
think
think
that
you
was fault.
I think you spend your time killing this conglomeration of spheres then.
Yeah.
Cuz I think I can evade him and
Okay.
be okay. So I'm just not going to evade him. He only deals 1/1 and it's not. Sorry.
Pussy.
Let's read Act 3A. Let's see what we have to do first.
The gate opens. From the ruins of the headstone on the altar at the hill's peak, a gateway of churning vibrant energy has appeared. A force like a hurricane erupts from the gate, bending trees and pulling debris into it. The howling of the gate drowns out all other sound. Somehow, you must find a way to close the gate. Objective: only investigators at Sentinel Park may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance.
So
And we need 4.
we need 4. There are 4 here. So,
We can do it.
yeah. I have 1 action left. So I think
I have
so
1 action left.
yeah. So this is a little crazy, but what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna investigate, get a clue, and then have Silas attack me because I have a lot of soak right now, and I can honestly heal with bandages.
You
So
know what I wish?
what's up?
Really wish I had my dynamite for him.
That'd be sick.
That would have been
That'd be sick.
awesome. But that's fine.
He does have victory 1, so we are incentivized to kill him. So
That is
that's
cool.
so I have 1 action left. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to that ain't Silas. He's dead from blood on the altar. Oh, it's Seth.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I have 1 action left. I am going to investigate. I'm going to we're at 4. I am going to go 2. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Ready, Leo. 10 to 4. 10 to 4 gets us there, right? And I take an attack of opportunity. I'm going to take the damage on me and the horror on the art student. I'm going to react and heal 2 damage from Charlie.
Beautiful.
So I'm at 10 to 4. Wait, actually,
Okay.
no, just because in case we draw the one where we have to discard cards, I'm gonna go. There's no reason for me not to do this. Yeah, so 13 to 4, 15 to 4,
Whoa.
uh, 17 to 4.
17 to 4.
17 to 4. Let's go.
Minus 4.
Okay, so we got that
13.
clue. Nice.
Wow.
Okay. And then it's your turn.
Okay. So this thing makes me discard melee things.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's okay. I have the beat cop. Like I can end up doing it within 2 turns, but it's gonna take me 2 turns, I think. Which isn't great because of my psychosis. But that's okay.
Oh,
I mean, I could use elusive, but then I would have to go somewhere else, which I feel like is stupid.
right. And then he would just come hunt me. He would come
Because
up to
his
me.
thing, yeah. Yeah. I think I should just try attacking him. All right, so I'll do a damage to the beat cop to put 1 damage on him.
Okay.
And then I will just start attacking. I can use Sophie again, so I will do that. Is it optional to draw a card?
Yes.
I'm not going to, in case it's like a treachery or something.
Cool.
I don't need it. I'm at 7, so I don't want to draw anymore anyway. And then I mean, I do want my emergency cash though. It doesn't matter. I don't need it. Okay, so we are doing 5, 6, 7, 8, and it's only a 1, right?
It's only a 1, yeah.
Oh, should I? I didn't draw the card. I'm not gonna do Sophie.
Okay.
I didn't see what the card was or anything. I didn't do it, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that damage. All right, so 6. 0.
Nice. So 2 damage on the spheres.
Okay, I will attack again for 6. Minus 4, so I still do it.
Nice.
And
3
then I
damage.
attack 1 more time, right?
Yeah, I think so.
The beat cop is a quick.
Yep. B cup's quick, yeah.
Okay. And uh-oh.
Discard the
I
top
don't
2.
wanna... Okay, it's only a 1 and a 3, so 4. And I was at 6. So we're good.
Yeah. Nice.
And I discarded a machete and another if it bleeds. So I have both of those in my hand. I'm not like upset about that.
Okay.
I was hoping I would discard that other treachery though.
that
Grr.
would be nice. That would be really nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so he has 4 damage on him now, right?
He does. Yes.
Do you think? Oh no, I was gonna ask about if I killed him with the machete, would he still make me discard things? But either way, I don't want to play it because then he'll attack me.
I think so. Maddie, do you know, or someone in the
Oh
chat?
yeah,
Know?
I think this has come up that like their effects happen.
Their
You like
effects-
declare your attack, and then their effects happen, and then your stuff happens. I think.
Yeah, this one says after you perform an attack, so that's why it's a little bit So like if he's dead,
Who
he's
knows?
he's no
Yeah.
longer around. So I don't know.
That's my instinct, but also like I don't want to have him attack me to play it, so
Right. Okay,
either
so
way.
enemy phase. You are getting attacked 1-1. I'm getting attacked 1-1. I'm going to place all of it on the art student.
I'm gonna take both of it to the face.
To the face. Okay.
Oh, and then
Then,
I'm gonna take another direct damage because of my psychosis.
okay.
Gross.
And now you're engaged with the devotee at the key.
Oh, we didn't upkeep
We do upkeep after this phase.
after them. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yep. So now we unexhaust and upkeep.
Okay.
Got a guts.
Okay. I'm really curious when this other treachery is coming. I'm a little afraid.
um.
Hopefully it's at the bottom.
See. Okay. So at the top of the round, we're gonna place 1 here. So we're at 4 out of 10. Your card is a space between. Flip each non-sentinel hill location in play. So that's gonna be here, 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 here.
Wow.
Immediately moves to the nearest sentinel hill location. So Thrall is now at the bottom. We're gonna shuffle these up and then
That's
place
so
them back.
interesting.
Yeah, at least we're at a spot where it's does not really
Doesn't
matter
matter.
for us. Yeah.
Yeah. That could have been bad.
That could have been very bad. That could have been very, very bad. Okay, okay. Then mine is Vortex of Time. Each investigator at a Sentinel Hill location tests Brain 4. Each investigator who fails takes 2 damage. So we are both at Sentinel Hill locations. We're testing Brain 4. I will. Ugh.
I gotta pay for this. I gotta. This is scary.
Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, and I can exhaust. What is your life look like?
Brain.
Or like
My
what
brain is a 3.
your
What does
brain
it
is?
do to us?
If you fail, you take 2 damage.
I mean, I could take the damage. It wouldn't be the worst, but then I would have to flip Sophie.
Mm,
It wouldn't be the worst, but not great. It's not the worst. So I think I am gonna add cards to it though. That I'm gonna add card economy wise. I don't think I'm gonna get to play this. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna do my Elder Sign Amulet
okay.
because it has a question mark too. So that'll give me 2, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So
Is
I
there
will
an
commit
extra
that.
effect from being at the peak? Is there an extra effect from being at the peak? Oh, is that a hex? Oh, it is a hex. Oh,
Yeah.
I take 1 damage. Okay,
Gross.
I'll just take the damage. Thank you,
That's not
Maddie.
fun.
For some reason, I was thinking hexes were just um weakness cards, not from the deck. But thank you.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna commit just this one. So I'm now at 5, and we're testing 3.
Testing 4.
Cool, cool, cool. I got the skull one. -1. I'm not at an altered location,
You are
right?
not. You are not. You are good.
So I break even?
You break even. You're good.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Thank you, Elder Sign Amulet. It literally like saved my life.
yeah. Um. Okay. So I
Are you gonna test
can.
17 again?
I don't think so. I think I can end the game this turn.
Whoa.
Right? Because I just need
But
to
does it
investigate
clues?
3 times. I take 3 damage and 3 sanity, which I can soak. We lose out on killing Seth, which is victory 1, but I don't know. Like just with everything that's going on, I don't. Is that worth it? To
I mean, if you wait one more turn, I can probably kill him
you
in
can
one
kill
turn.
Seth.
Next
He
turn.
has
Yeah,
6
with the
health.
machete.
He has 6
Oh, I
health.
was thinking he had 3.
Yeah, he has 6. The devotee is going to take us up to 6 on the beckoning of power out of 10. We place a 7th. We could draw 2 ancient evils and still be okay, technically. So we could technically wait a turn, worst case scenario.
Mm. Yeah, I have no extra damage, so this turn I could equip the machete. I can attack, play the machete, move up, and then attack him 3 times next turn, which would be 6 damage if I hit every time. If we want to try it.
Yeah. The
I would rather win than get the victory point though, if that's a consideration.
the other thing that we can do is we can have you go first, right? And then figure out what our options are. So like
Mhm.
you're engaged with 2 enemies right now. So you have
Oh, I
the
forgot there was the other one.
yeah, you have the key guy,
I'm in trouble
which
then. Maybe you should just end it.
okay.
Maybe you should go first and just end it because me doing things isn't gonna change anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um okay then. So if and
Yeah.
that would help with my stress level, I think, a little bit. Um uh,
Now, where the location is victory 2, that's only if all the clue tokens are off. It doesn't matter that there's an enemy on it.
correct. Yeah, so we just have
Okay.
to spend 4 clue tokens to advance. So we
But the
advance.
for the victory to get the victory on Sentinel Peak.
Oh, yeah, yeah, we get the 2. We get the 2.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, that's fine enough for me.
Yeah. And a lot of times in Arkham, if you do well in the scenario, if you like make it through, you can get additional experience.
Mhm. Mhm.
So okay, so let's just do that then. I'm gonna be investigating. I can investigate 4 times. The if I fail, I
So
have
the
2. Look what I
only
found. I have a lucky. Yeah, what's up?
the only thing I'm thinking, oh, I have 2 guys. I'm trying to think if I try to evade, do I have to evade both of them?
You would have to evade both of them.
And if I don't, they attack me?
No, no, no.
Oh. I wonder if I should do that just because I have a ton of book cards in my hand, then I can commit to your test. Oh, you have lucky?
I do have
Or
lucky. Yeah, Maddie asked in the chat if I have
oh,
look what I
oh.
found. I have 2 look what I
I got
found,
you, I got you.
which like so I feel very 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 confident about getting these 3 clues.
You don't need my help at all. Okay, okay.
I
Gotcha,
don't think so.
gotcha. Okay,
Um,
okay.
the other option, or the other option, the way that we could play this out is I can grab the clues. We don't
Mhm.
spend them. The devotee of the key is going to peace out. He's going to come up. We're going to place 2 doom on the current agenda, and then and then he sticks around. Let's just end it. Let's
Yeah,
just end it. Let
yeah.
too much thinking.
I think
Um,
it's too much for me to get up to kill Seth. Like,
right. Yeah.
we could, if that was, like, the victory condition. I feel
Right.
like we could do it, but I don't think we have to make fetch happen.
Right. Right. Okay. So first things first. I'm going to spend 2 resources to play a chance encounter to play art student from my hand, so I discover a clue from my location,
Lovely.
and I take 1/1. I'm going to place 1 sanity on Zebulon. I'm going to take a damage and heal 2 from the bandages. Okay. Then I am going to investigate with the flashlight. So the worst that we could do is -8, right? If we
Or the
pull
autofill.
the autofill, yes. But if we draw the -X and I discard 2 4-cost cards, I think that's worst case scenario is -8
It's for your highest cost. Yeah.
in my deck right now. Yeah, because I don't even know if I have. I think I do have 2 4-cost in there, but Okay, so we will do another investigate. So we'll take a. This is my second action. We're taking another attack of opportunity from Seth. And then we will go. I'm at
Charlie's
one,
being so
two,
brave. He's like taking all
three.
these attacks, trying to save the day.
Like throwing his allies in front of.
You go do this.
Okay, so that was I have 3. We're searching for 4. We used flashlight, so that's down to 2. So we're at 3 to 2. We're gonna go 5 to 2. Okay, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm plus 3, plus 6, plus 8. I'm plus 8.
-4.
Okay, so get a clue.
Okay.
We will we'll do it again. So we'll take another attack. We'll go.
You're at 3 now, right?
3 what?
Clues?
Yep. Yep. This is the last clue. This is the last clue.
Do
So
it now for me.
we'll place the 1-1. We will go rise to the occasion. Honestly, it's not Charlie taking all the body shots. It's his posse. Yo, 100%. Yeah. But the way Charlie will write the report, it was him.
Kira.
Okay, so I am -1. I'm +2 committed with rise to the occasion. Plus 4. Plus 6. I'm gonna go plus. Yeah.
Plus 100.
Well, if I draw the autofill, I want to have
I
the.
know.
Yeah, so I'm
One
gonna go.
more.
I'm gonna go +4
Okay.
because I have a look what I found. I don't have the money. I'm gonna go +6. I'm gonna commit look what I found. So +6.
0.
Okay, so we will spin the clues to advance.
We so did it.
Oh, that was tense.
Okay.
Read the back for us.
Peer into the abyss. You don't know how close the swirling. You don't know how to close the swirling gate before you, and with each pressing moment, the force from within it grows in strength. You fear whatever entity the sorcerers have summoned from beyond approaches. With no time to spare, you turn to open the tome on the stone altar, desperate for answers. R1.
Okay, let's do R1.
Oh my goodness. You guys. Okay. Resolution 1. Sorry. The poorly bound tome appears to be the written records of old Whately, the man who taught Wilbur the ancient secrets of sorcery. You find a passage describing a place outside of time and space where worlds converge and Yog-Sothoth dwells. Only by reaching the nexus at the edge of reality can you unmake the tear that has split open the world. Feeling as if you may be going to your doom, you muster a final ounce of courage and step into the gate. In your campaign log, record that the investigators entered the gate. Each investigator earns experience equal to victory X of each card in the victory display, and that is that.
That's 2. I remember because I think I resigned last time. Read what happens if you resign. Not the flavor text, but just
Is that
the bullet
R2?
points. Yeah, the bullet points.
Yeah, it says, in your campaign log, record that Yog-Sothoth tore apart the barrier between worlds and became one with all reality. Each investigator is driven insane. The investigators lose the campaign. Hey, with our track record, I am shook that we are actually winning and making it.
Yeah. I did lose the campaign at that point. I went ahead and played the final scenario.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but we have one more scenario left.
Wow.
Lost in time
That
and
is
space.
crazy.
Yeah. Lost in time and space. So,
I love that it's called that too. In the board game, there's like an area where if you get like overwhelmed by monsters, or no, it's if you're trying to come back from a gate and you can't, or something like that, you get lost in time and space.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I don't remember much about the gameplay of Lost in Time and Space, but what I do remember is that the art is phenomenal.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Maddie, we did it. Woo! We did it.
I can't believe that we made it to the final thing.
It's insane.
It's pretty exciting.
It's very exciting. It is very, very exciting. We got 2 experience each, and next week we're off, right? And
Yes.
we're taking a break. It's like the Super Bowl. You take a break between the last game and then the Super Bowl. So we have
Yes. Yes.
that. We have the week break, but we will be back in 2 weeks from
Mhm.
today to figure out if we can save the world.
I feel
Oh
like we
yeah,
can at least kill a lot of things.
yeah, definitely. And to be fair, Nelson's game mat also jives well with the, and so does Megs. Megs, yours
Yeah.
like a
Yeah, I
story.
changed to match Nelson
Nice,
recently.
love it, excellent. I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. So I'm really excited for 2 weeks from now when we get to take on the finale of the scenario. Meg, before we leave, can you tell everyone where to find you?
My goodness, you can find me everywhere in too many places, I think. But I am Professor Meg all over the internet, mostly on Instagram, a little bit everywhere else. And then I also play on Camp Co-op. We are on Twitch and YouTube right now. I think we are moving over to YouTube, but we're still doing a little bit of Twitch. So you guys can check us on YouTube Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. But tonight I will be on Twitch at Camp_Co-op playing Final Girl by myself. We're doing Final Girl Fridays.
Nice. Well, that's
So I
so
went from
very.
one spooky thing to another spooky thing tonight.
Of course, of course. Well, that's awesome. Thanks for being on. Uh,
Yeah.
we actually we did it. We did exactly what we said we were gonna do. If you get stomped on in one scenario, the next scenario we come back and we crush it. So
Yeah, don't
I
say that though, because I don't want to get stomped on the next one.
it'll the next scenario is really cool. I think if we get
Yeah.
stomped on, no matter what, we're gonna have a good time. So that's good.
I'm gonna do a seance the Thursday night before our last stream and
Yes.
call on the elder things to see if they
Yes.
can help us.
Perfect. I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you all so very much for hanging out. I appreciate y'all, and I will be back on Monday with Marvel Champions. But if you want to catch the
Lovely.
end of this, it's in 2 weeks. See you then.
Mhm.
Peace.
Bye, guys.